A mother orca whose calf died after birth is still carrying her baby 17 days later. Researchers say that they're now concerned for the mother's health. Jeff Corwin is a wildlife biologist, and he joins me now via Skype from Marshfield, Massachusetts. Thanks a lot for joining us, Jeff. I know you're not supposed to apply sort of human characteristics to animals, but watching this mother orca, to me, express a very human emotion, this sort of outpouring of grief. You understand where she's coming from, even though she's not a human. Some are calling it a tour of grief. Can you talk about what this is?
Absolutely. And I don't believe that it's anthropomorphic. Anthropomorphism is when you apply human-like emotions or characteristics to non-human life forms, to animals. I don't think it's being anthropomorphic to feel this sense of empathy as this mother mourns her offspring. The bond between a mother and its baby is one of the most innate, visceral, organic relationships in all of nature. And as species like whales, which are more behaviorally complex, very intelligent, it would be very logical for us to see a mirror here. And this is a mother that has lost her baby, and she is going through the intense mourning process. And I have seen this before amongst dolphins and other cetaceans or whale species. What we're actually seeing, Ian, is when a baby is born after nearly up to a potentially 18-month-long pregnancy, mom and the other females and nurses within her pod will instinctively try to drive that baby to the surface to take a breath. She literally is pushing her baby to connect with it and a hope against hope, hoping that it will take a breath, which it will never do.
So it's been 17 days. You said you've seen this before. Have you seen it for 17 days?
Well, I don't know exactly the length of this mourning period, this attempt to save an offspring from a previous observation took. But I will tell you, I was covering the Gulf oil spill for CBS, and we observed a female dolphin trying to get her baby up to take a breath. And that baby was literally, that calf was dissolving from being broken down and decaying. So I can imagine this could take a very, very long time. Mother cetaceans invest so much. The pod family invests so much into their offspring. And I mean, she will nurse her baby for up to 2 years.
Wow. You mentioned the pod. For a period of time there, it seemed like the mother was kind of lagging behind the pod. Then it seemed like the pod was trying to stay nearby. Now the pod may be pulling away a little bit. What does that mean for the mother?
Well, these are very cunning, very intelligent, very social creatures. The orcas, or killer whales as they're called, are often referred to as the wolves of the sea. They use a balancing act of skilled behaviors to hunting and to dispatch their prey. They'll often move in to take out a sea lion or sail. They'll even eat whales as big as a humpback, and they do that by hunting in a pack and strategically lining themselves up for their way to survive as a team. So they survive as a team. She needs her pod. This is a pod with perhaps generations of her family that she has known throughout her entire life. And oftentimes there is competitiveness or territoriality between one pod and other pods. For example, we have rogue pods or derelict pods, and we have residential pods. She needs her family.
So I know experts are trying to assess the situation and trying to figure out if there's a way to intervene. Is there anything that we can do to help her?
Well, I think it would actually be very stressful for us to intervene. She's gone through enough. She probably is medically or physically healthy to survive. I don't think her pod will totally abandon her. I think we need to let nature take its course. Nature is doing what nature does, and it's hard for us to watch sometimes, but this is a part of life. I think if there's something, Ann, that we can all do, and we really care about this situation, we need to protect our oceans, ensure species like this have healthy ecosystems to survive in, and ensure that we have a government that's stepping up to protect our children's resources and the legacy of nature that we all depend upon. orca killer whales and ourselves.
You know, I guess just like with humans, grief has to take its course, the several stages that you need to go through. Jeff Corwin, thank you very much.
Thank you.